So let's get the action underway then. 12 rounds of boxing for the European and British Lightweight Championship.
Okay, fellas, you both know the rules. Keep it clean, break straight away when told. Both watch your heads. Good luck to you both. Touch gloves. Good luck, lads.
Super atmosphere already here ahead of this one. 9 months and 6 days after their first encounter was curtailed by a clash of heads, which left Derry Mathews with a broken nose. Fight fans deflated that night. Gavin Rees promised a rematch, and here we go. Both men, this time coming off great wins, and stylishly, if heads don't clash, Jim, this could be really good.
Yeah, this is a terrific match. I mean, Mathews, okay, similar amount of fights. We reckon he has more miles on the clock. But both men underestimated with the skills that they have. They're not just sluggers, they're both tough guys, but they're both good boxers. So in the early stages, I think Rees is just trying to find a way to get close, to get his jab off.
Excellent respect between the pair. Derry Mathews was clapping Gavin Rees as he got onto the scales yesterday, and again I noticed in the introductions just now, good jab from Rees. That's a swift punch from a little guy.
See what he does, he springs in with that jab and gives it a little bit extra length. He doesn't have a long reach, obviously. He's shorter than just about everyone he faces, but he's been caught as he moves forward there. So I think Mathews is prepared to allow him to come forward just to try to catch him on the way in.
Mathews obviously has a good jab of his own, former ABA champion, but it seems a long, long time ago that. Trying to establish it and get hold of the middle of the ring. Rees clever and cute, doubling up with the left hook. A little bit of damage maybe to the nose already, bit of blood on Mathews, and Rees trying to work the body too.
A good right hand from Mathews, bang on the chin, but you've seen no reaction whatsoever from Rees. Rees likes to throw punches in little bursts. He has to work his way close to opponents, so sometimes in fights he has little flat spots where he looks as though he's run out of steam. Has to be careful here because Mathews is known for finishing strongly.
Always had a sturdy chin, Gavin Rees. Only one defeat on his 38 fight card. Howard Foster breaking them. Doesn't want it to get messy or any danger of the fight finishing early and controversially as it was last time in Newport.
Some clever movement from Mathews. He's forcing Rees to lean and leap in with the punches, reach with them. Just trying to control the range. Smart boxing at the moment from Derry Mathews.
Lovely right hand too from Mathews. Good start, accurate, nice left back from Rees.
See, Mathews is just taking that little half step back there. He's doing it again, and he's forcing Rees to reach with the punches, make mistakes, and if the first one doesn't land, you know, he's wide open. Lovely boxing at the moment from Derry Mathews.
Intelligent, clever stuff from Derry Mathews, the outsider in this first round. That's a nice right hand, and Rees was just rocked there. Good start for the man from Liverpool. A warm welcome back and a fiery start to this British and European lightweight title clash, which Mathews may have edged the first round.
Yep, a cool head from Mathews in the opener, some beautiful long-range punching, just timed everything perfectly. Gary Lockett has told Rees he's throwing punches from too far out, he can't get close, but he's been conned into doing that.
Good match. The red trunks of the European 9'9" champion Gavin Rees from Newbridge, of course home to Joe Calzaghe, good friends they are, and the white and blue of dirty Derry Mathews from Liverpool, who has come back from the brink on a few occasions.
Again, Mathews using the skills, using that left hand, beautiful left hand boxing from him. Quite happy to allow Rees to make the first move.
Nice jab as well from Derry Mathews. And a right hand. He's holed himself up again north of the border in a little flat, training with Danny Vaughan, who deserves a lot of credit for getting Derry Mathews back in shape psychologically, mentally and physically.
Well, he's showing here he can fight to a plan and stick with it. Just that little half step back again, forcing Rees to reach and then punishing him when the punches fall short. This is clever stuff from Mathews. Not committing himself, not doing anything silly. When he lets them go, he puts them out in threes.
Just slightly marked up under the eyes, Gavin Rees. Right hand was good. Billy Nelson in the corner with Gary Lockett was working with the end swell. On his right eye, Rees. Good work from Mathews again, fast, in and out.
See, Mathews is picking these spots when to what. He's not been pressurised, he's not been forced. So he's looking comfortable. And again, that little half step back is working so well.
Lovely right hand again. I popped in their dressing rooms beforehand. Mathews was really buzzing, buoyant, working on the pads. Rees seemed a little flat to me, and he's had a slow start.
He's not getting close enough to do anything effectively. I mean, he's always had to spring in with that jab, but it usually works. But the fact that Mathews is not standing there waiting for it, nothing that Rees tries is working.
Swinging and missing there, Gavin Rees. No rhythm yet from the Welshman. Focus, Mathews. Behind that jab. Better from Rees there. Working the body with the left hook, Gavin Rees. That's what they're going to target of Mathews, because we've seen him tumble on a few occasions to body shots.
Well, it's another round when Rees hasn't really got close enough to do anything effectively. He's been picked off at long range. Not a lot to split them in either of the first two rounds, but I've liked Mathews.
No back of the head, says Howard Foster to Gavin Rees. Just unsettled here, Rees, former world champion.
Body. Yeah. Some more water now. If he comes in, jab right uppercut. Okay?
Yeah.
Billy Nelson and Gary Lockett, experience in that corner. Might need it tonight, Rees.
Yeah, well, they're telling Rees he's throwing punches from too far out. I don't think they realise it's Mathews' fight plan is causing him to do that. They're telling him to close the range, and that is the first thing he has to do. Has to get closer to Mathews.
Former Welsh champion, former ABA champion. Now they have professional titles they're desperate to hold on to. The rematch, first one of the night here. Gavin Rees and Derry Mathews, who's got off to a really good start. Mathews. Rees trying to get hold of the middle of the ring himself now, and a lovely right hand that caught Mathews.
See, the tempo in the first two rounds has been wrong for Rees. He's trying to raise the tempo now, make it hot for Mathews. This is pretty much what he has to do. Can't box his way close, has to get close one way or the other. Oh, good right hand from Rees.
Oh, beautiful shots. Mathews shaken up. Eddie Hearn was telling us beforehand, expect a brutal assault from Rees at some stage.
The heads came together there, so I think
accidental third round. Accidental clash, it's happened again. Lightning strikes twice. Is it bad? We haven't got a good look at it. It's the eye, and it does look nasty.
Well, if this is not going to go the full distance, the early rounds are important. I have Mathews 2 up at the moment, but Rees coming right back into things. Mathews, for the first time, is making mistakes now.
And he's blinking profusely there, Derry Mathews.
I mean, this must be heartbreaking when things are going so well. You've got everything under control, within reason, of course, and then this happens.
The seasoning and experience of Gavin Rees may come into play, though. 17 knockouts he has, Rees. Stiff puncher, but if he can get some combinations together and unsettle Mathews now in this, the third round.
And he's trying to use a bit of imagination now, Rees. He's bobbing and weaving, coming in from different angles, not straightforward as he was doing earlier. Yep, mixing up the angles now. He realises this is a good time to make a big impression. There's the right hand again. He's hurting Mathews every time he runs with that right hand.
Body shots, there they are, side to side. Mathews covering up well. And Anthony Crolla was getting to Mathews with some of those body shots before he was taken out. And he said he believes that Rees can pick up where he left off, that he's got the knowledge to deal with Mathews inside the distance. Mathews talking to Rees in there.
Yeah, well, Rees is dragging Mathews into making mistakes. He had to change the tempo of the action. He's done that, and this has been a terrific round for both men, but particularly Rees. He had to change what was happening, and he's done that.
Lovely shot again. Back Mathews comes. Bravery, heart, guts. Sizzling action already on this top night in Yorkshire. What a round for the fight fans here. Mathews spitting defiance, but Rees hurling out the body shots.
Yeah, and showing little feints before he goes to work. A tremendous round.
Leave your gum shield in. Leave his gum shield in.
Okay.
No, it's okay.
They're saying it's okay in the corner. Just on the side, Jim.
It's not on the bone, thankfully. It was heads that caused it. The referee has said that, but it's not bang on the bone, it's not on the eyebrow, so there's no reason it should worsen. It's just under the eyebrow, between the eyelid. But terrible news, because everything was so cool about his boxing up to that point, and now he's having to face this again. Obviously, when heads clash, he's going to come off the worst. He's much the taller. Accidental, these things are going to happen, but it just happens too often to Mathews.
Johnny Roy working on Mathews' left eye.
Round 4.
This is the round it was stopped last time. Referee John Keane. That was where Mathews had the badly broken nose. It was 2-1 in rounds, 29-28 on points to Rees, but it was a technical draw under EBU rules. So will that happen again? We hope not, because the cut doesn't look terrible.
Mathews has gone back to his patience again. Maybe the corner convinced him there's no panic with the injury. He's just go back to what was working. So he's trying to draw some stuff again, using that little step out of range. Yep, he's trying to get that show back on the road.
Smashing guy, Derry Mathews, and full of character, as you saw at the end of that third round. A fighter through and through. Lovely jab as well. And again, he just tries to establish a pace, a rhythm, and Rees looks ragged coming in.
I mean, I see the tactics of Mathews. Don't counter everything that Rees does. Move out of range and leave it and then start all over again. Don't try to counter everything and pick your times to counter. And it's so clever, that's what he's doing.
Rees 32 now, long career, couple of spells of inactivity. Says he feels as fit and as fresh as ever under a hard taskmaster Gary Lockett, but as Mathews, 28, those legs looking strong at the moment.
Well, Rees is not making it hot enough for him. He's trying to do that now, but standing off at long range is not what Rees should be doing.
Straightening out that jab again, Mathews. As much head movement as we've seen before from Gavin Rees as he bulldozes his way through. And he was really good, wasn't he, out in Clichy, just north of Paris?
It was terrific, but I think Mathews is going in with a tremendous game plan here. It's clever what he's doing. He's using skills. I mean, we keep complimenting him on his courage, his bravery, but he's using skills tonight and he's frustrating Rees.
Technical boxing in this, the fourth round from Mathews, especially after what happened in the third. That's sensible.
Just a little bit of sportsmanship there. I think the cut, I wonder if the strap has broken because it's sprung all the way up. Maybe it's just that the shots have been under it. Hopefully the straps at the back haven't been damaged. Something's happened. But you saw the little bit of sportsmanship, Mathews backing off straight away. And they've been so sporting in the lead up to this. Two real good pros have been there and done it all. Yep, obviously there's a problem.
Derry Mathews was really happy to take this fight. Gavin Rees said to Eddie Hearn, line him up, I'll fight who you say. And that's great to see.
Yeah, two terrific little warriors.
Just a momentary pause. And those sparkly red trunks of Gavin Rees. as the action resumes. Mathews looking to get behind the jab again.
Yeah, this has probably been the toughest round of the four to score. I wonder maybe Mathews just picking the cleaner boxing, the movement, and just nullifying a lot of what Rees has tried to set up there, the jab working for him there.
Yes, I like Mathews' boxing in this, the fourth round, and his patience, steady.
Yeah, well, he's obviously got his head round the fact that he's injured, but the corner convinced him it's not a problem, and that was a lovely round's boxing.
All right, stay there. Close the
Right, your
distance.
jab's working well from the outside.
Straight punches, son, okay?
But not your swings and hooks. Don't throw them from the outside. You have to wait till you're close to throw them, okay?
Just
Just relax.
Becoming one of our brightest young trainers, Gary Lockett. He was an exciting fighter at light middleweight. And I think he's probably the most intense individual on the boxing circuit.
Yeah, and he's certainly given Gavin Rees good advice, but the problem is Derry Mathews is not allowing him to implement that good advice. Just so simple, I'll say it again, that little half step back as soon as he sees Rees setting anything up. Then Rees reaches with the punches and out comes the counter. Simple, but so effective.
But Jim, wasn't there signs that Gavin Rees might have the key in that third round when he made it a bit hotter?
Yeah, but I think the injury had maybe something to do with that too. I think Mathews felt he had to stand and show the macho stuff. He may have thought it was on borrowed time, but look how cool he's looking now. Back to the tactics he was using earlier. Better from Rees there. I think the pace is wrong for Rees. He's not making it hot enough.
He needs to do that. Gavin Rees, former world champion, up at light welterweight. An amazing win over Suleiman Mbaye, lost it in the first defence to Andreas Kotelnik, which remains his sole defeat, sole blemish, really. Tough guy from a hard school down in the valleys.
Well, it's getting closer in this round. Mathews' jab is still working, but it's not keeping him at bay. So, little improvement, but still, Rees still having problems with the Mathews jab.
Loading up on the hooks, Gavin Rees, who used the jab quite effectively against the taller Nazash out in Paris. He's just blowing a little heavy there, Jim.
But you know, even the rounds and the little spells that I think Mathews is losing, I'm so impressed with what he's doing, because he's maybe losing things a little, losing ground in this round.
I wonder if he's got quite enough resistance, Derry Mathews, to last the whole course here. I mean, he's been to the well, he's come back with that phenomenal win over Anthony Crolla, but you know, there's only a certain amount the body can take, and he has been stopped 6 times. Good right hand on the advance, though, from Mathews.
And I will say that Rees has probably paced tonight's action better than he usually does. Sometimes, lovely right hand, but again, Rees takes it and just walks straight back up, so Mathews' power doesn't seem to trouble him. That was a beauty.
And a right hand bang on the eye there from Gavin Rees. And the sense is, and I wonder if the fighters are feeling it in there, that Rees is the one with the extra power. And can Mathews stick to his boxing? And out of trouble, good right hand from Rees. He's got closer again in this, the 5th round.
That may be the difference. Rees is the one whose punches are having the impact. Oh, beautiful right hand.
Has to hold on, Mathews, needs the bell, gets it. Both men, the European champion on your left, the British champion on the right, having their successes, but is the tide turning towards Rees?
Well, it's the right kind of fight now for Rees. Not that he's firmly in the driving seat, but this is the kind of action he needs. But you can see he can come through Mathews' right hand, but the opposite can't be said. So Rees's punches seem to be the one with the power.
Slow getting off his stool there, Derry Mathews. And here's the 6th round. 2 titles on the line. Gavin Rees working towards a world shot in the 9'9" division. It'd be an amazing story if he can come back from a few issues to become a two-weight world champion. It's on the cards if he beats Mathews tonight.
See, Rees is showing nice little feints now before he throws the punches. And Mathews standing his ground more. I think the macho stuff that we always see from Derry Mathews is showing itself. He's standing his ground, and that's not what's wanted.
Rees rolling forward, and every time he gets inside those elbows, good body shot. Lovely. Mathews stood up to that. A couple of years ago, he might not have done. And he throws one back. He really has drilled himself into supreme condition, Derry Mathews, to give himself every possible chance, but is it enough?
He's standing his ground in this round. I don't know if that's through a little bit of tiredness or whatever, if he's been forced to do it, but we're not seeing the movement, we're not seeing the clever stuff. We know he's tough, but in an all-out tear-up, I would fancy Rees.
Really winding up the punches, Rees. And Mathews backing up. Troubled still by the eye. Not flowing like he was, Derry Mathews. And there's a coolness, isn't there now, about Gavin Rees?
Well, the frustration's gone because his punches are getting home. He's still taking punches in the way in, but the frustration that we saw in the first couple of rounds is gone because he's getting a little bit of change back for the effort he's putting in. Good body shot again.
Digging them in. And there's the useful jab as well that was honed in the amateurs under Enzo Calzaghe, who deserves a lot of praise for the work he did with Gavin Rees. Right hand, you know, they're trading, but Mathews is coming off worse.
See, Mathews is leading off more, taking more chances, and he's been punished for it.
Left hand back from Mathews. You know, what a throwback he is, the Liverpudlian. Always in exciting fights, always trying his heart out. He's an absolute pleasure to have on the scene. But he turns southpaw, his tank may be emptying.
Yeah, and we have to remember a lot of miles on the clock. He looked terrific for the first few rounds. He still looks terrific, but in a different way. Doesn't have the movement in the legs, having to stand his ground. And I think this is the kind of action that Rees will enjoy.
Yeah, tough round that for Derry Mathews. Let's get some reaction. Ed Robinson has Spencer Oliver and Darren Barker with him.
Well, Spencer, how are you analysing it?
Well, I've got it 4 rounds to 2 at the moment for Derry Mathews. I think that he's using this space really well. He's working behind the jab. Gavin Rees coming back into it in that last round, started to close the gap a little bit. For me, Derry Mathews just stealing it.
Darren, it's intriguing, isn't it?
It is. You know, I don't know where this is going to end up. I mean, the first few rounds, Rees was really struggling to close the gap, but in the last round, I don't know if it was Mathews seemed like he was tiring a little bit, and you know, Rees was managing to close the gap and walk through him slightly.
Who wins from here?
I don't know. I'm on the fence still.
Back to you.
Boys on the fence. Spencer there saying Mathews not out of it. I think there's been a real shift in this one, Jim.
Yeah, I've got it 3 rounds apiece at the moment. You know, I think that the work that matters in the third round, the last round there, came from Rees.
And Rees right on top of Mathews from the opening bell. He shows out a bit, Derry Mathews, when he's hurt. Rees just looks so solid.
I wonder if he complained about the heads there. I don't know if the heads came close in the first exchange in this round, because you know he doesn't complain an awful lot. But I wonder if the heads just came. There you see I have it dead level. Tremendous start from Mathews, but he's coming back into things, and as you can see here, producing the more telling punches.
Oh, left hook. He whipped a couple of body shots in just before that. And he's starting to really press home on Derry Mathews. This is the round when he retained the European title against Mazash. He's developed a little more punching power in the Lockett gym, Gavin Rees.
Well, the fact now he's mixing it with the lightweights as opposed to light welterweights as well. But I wonder if not having quite so many miles on the clock is going to be a big plus for him in this one. Because this is now about what you have left in the tank, what you can dredge up.
Blood now really gushing from the left eye of Derry Mathews and the right hand from Rees. Can Mathews keep Rees at bay? Because if he can't, he's in big trouble.
He's got to get his jab back into the action again as he was doing earlier. He has to find a way to keep Rees at long range, but he's not doing that anymore. And these are impressive little busts up close, even though a lot of them been blocked. He's impressed the judges.
Really trying to get the elbows down.
Good uppercut.
And a body shot back from Mathews, but he's not hurting Rees. There's the difference, the resistance. And again, he has to hold on, Derry Mathews. Howard Foster looking at the eye. Inside the last minute of the 7th.
Well, he's trying to claim the centre of the ring here. Mathews, full credit to him for that. He's trying to push Rees back. If he could do that, that would be a huge plus. Don't know if he can manage that. But a little bit of frustration now from Gavin Rees.
Yeah, good
not
work.
looking happy.
Good work from Mathews, and Rees has just gone off colour a couple of times in fights. Did it with Andrew Murray in Cardiff and John Watson. All bad spells, but he says there won't be any more of those. Such a brave guy, isn't he? What a warrior. Derry Mathews, but a right hand from Rees as he just looks to march him down again.
Well, another round, so difficult to split them. But again, I just see the more positive stuff coming from Rees. Tremendous effort to stem the tide from Mathews. What a battle this is.
Second wind.
Oh, suck up.
Let's get the down the sides. See the uppercuts now. They're the fucking shots. He has he come clean in. Up the middle, down the sides. What I've been telling you. You need to come into play now.
Listen.
Legs out. Yeah, get that gum shield off him.
It's all right.
Listen. Jab all the time.
Referee Howard Foster just having a look over the red corner. A lot of activity on the eye and a battered face of Mathews. Won't batter his spirit though.
I mean, this is tremendous action, just toe-to-toe stuff. The type of fight now, that was a little spell where you just saw Rees losing concentration, just frustration creeping back in again. And look at the look on Mathews' face there, he wants this.
Success rate bang on and landed. Look at that for Gavin Rees. Again, they took the full minute. The Mathews team decked out in blue, but in the red corner. Bloodstained shorts of Derry Mathews in the 8th round now. European and British lightweight belts on the line in what's been a really grueling war and a good fight to start off our live action, Jim.
Tremendous battle. I mean, this is good enough to top any bill. This is a terrific match.
Never lets us down, Derry Mathews. And Gavin Rees quietly goes about his work. Now looking to rough up Mathews on those ropes. He's backing him up with more ease now.
And he's getting close much more often, and that's what he has to do. But there you go, every now and again, just not enough head movement there. Saw the punch coming, but didn't do anything about it.
Sweet shots from Mathews. Tries the uppercut, really going for it. I tell you what, if he turns this around again and causes another upset, I mean, candidate for Fighter of the Year domestically. Right hand from Derry Mathews.
Well, this is a terrific time for Mathews to have a good round, because it looked as though things had swayed against him, and he's using the movement again, he's using the long punches. This is terrific stuff again.
Jim, that was low.
Yeah, I think the referee agreed, but you don't expect complaints. Mathews looking fired up again.
Right hand from Rees, the crowd getting behind Mathews. He's very popular on Merseyside. Rocky Fielding here tonight, Tony Bellew. Plenty of Liverpool fighters around, they're a close-knit bunch.
And he's not committing himself. Rees is trying to draw the leads, but Mathews using the jab when he decides. The movement is back.
Hats off to the conditioning teams of both men for getting their guys in such tremendous shape. Right hand from Rees.
But Mathews trying to use his skills again. This is the stuff that was working earlier. Little bits of frustration creeping back into Rees's work.
It's more accurate, Mathews. Better shots. but the volume and the dent on Mathews coming from Rees, who just smiles.
Yep, I agree that Rees looks the boss, but he's not finding the target as often as he needs to do it. He's taking punches on the way in.
Did find it there, Jim, and a big gulp of air again from Mathews. 20 seconds left in the round. Right hand. Oh, he's in trouble now. Derry Mathews. Rees knows it. And the brave British champion needs the bell again. Rees is on him. Right hand. Slightly back of the head. Could take him out here. Howard Foster having a look. And the bell comes in. And Derry Mathews just about gets back to his stool. And another 10 seconds, the fight would have been over.
Yeah, and you just wonder at this stage in his career if he can come back from that. The first punch took so much out of him, it caught him high. And from that point on, Rees, who is a good finisher, he knows when he has an opponent hurt, did a lot of damage there. And if I was in any doubt about who was winning the round up to that point, then Rees made my mind up.
See that jab right hook?
But look, it's only when you're close you're landing the shots. You're not landing from the outside. He snaps all of his
Rees took a long time to find the range. He was frustrated for a lot of that round. Mathews using the jab, using the movement, but then the punch caught him high in the forehead. You saw the reaction in the legs. Rees immediately sensed he'd had his man hurt, and as you see, another 10 seconds, I reckon this one would be over. Can Mathews come back from it?
Round 9.
Howard Foster just calling a timeout.
Too much grease. Too much grease on the eye.
And water in the corner. I think it's just all a bit of a mess.
Yeah, they come out with a big lump of grease on his injury, so they thinned it down.
And Howard was looking again at what was going on in the red corner. We won't want to see Derry Mathews take too much, and Rees, if he can get on top of him early here, there's plenty of time.
Well, it's time for Gavin Rees to declare war. He's shown that he is physically the stronger, he has the more power in the punches, so it's time now just to drag Mathews in. And he will oblige, he always has done.
The warrior from Wales is now on the verge. Mathews is going to get stopped. Howard Foster looking on and very, very close, but he fires back and talks again to Rees. Incredible.
If Mathews hadn't got off of the ropes there, the fight was over. Howard Foster was moving in.
And an uppercut from Mathews. Really, he's been fabulous again with this effort, but how long can it last?
But has Rees blown himself out a little bit because he can't keep this going? If Mathews recovers from the punches that he's taken, he still has the strength. I think Rees has blown himself out a little bit.
Absorbing, entertaining, right hand again. Oh, Mathews is gone down, and that could be it in the 9th round. His ankle's trapped on the rope. I'm not sure he's going to make the count. If he is, well, now it is over. Derry Mathews was so brave, so valiant, but Gavin Rees retains his European title, adds the British 9-stone 9 belt. He can go forward towards challenging for world honours, but let's take our hats off to both guys for a tremendous fight.
A wonderful championship contest. Once again, Mathews defies the critics. Wonderful performance, fought punch for punch every second of the action. I had him ahead in the first half of the fight with the skillful boxing skills that we don't always see from him. A tremendous performance, but a good call by the referee. He was very close to stopping the action when he was pinned on the ropes, taking big shots. He allowed it to carry on, but the way he hit the floor, and I know he was on his feet at the count of 10, but I think referee Foster did the right thing stopping the fight. Tremendous battle.
Jim, I admire every single fighter that gets between those ropes. But Derry Mathews, I mean, he's got to be one of our great gladiators in Britain.
A phenomenal fighter. And I'm hoping that maybe Rees will give the British title up and let him fight back for it again, because he doesn't need the British title. But what a fight this was, and both men fighting as though their lives depended on it. But the way he went to the floor there, the punches he'd taken leading up to that point, the fact that his punches weren't having an effect on Rees, but every time he was caught cleanly, he was hurt. I think it was a terrific call by the referee. I think he did exactly the right thing. The fight had turned against Derry, and I don't think he had the strength to turn it back in his favour again. But what a phenomenal performance.
And an amazing story too for Gavin Rees, who's been around really forever through Sky's boxing days, and he's at 32 still producing performances like this and might become a world champion at lightweight.
Well, Adam, he knew the damage, major damage had been done in the previous round. Mathews was saved by the bell, so he comes straight off the stool, straight back down to business, carried on where he left off and got the job finished.
On the cards, Phil Edwards and Marcus McDonald had Rees one up. John Keane had it level. What a good fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 1 minute and 27 seconds of the 9th round, the referee Howard Foster has stopped the contest with Mathews in no position to continue. Your winner, and still the European and the new British lightweight champion, Gavin Rees.
What a way to start the evening.